I had grown up in a small town in Texas. My wife was a farm girl from the northern Midwest. So she was interested in living in the country. And here we are doing just that. But I've learned a lot about rural life in America and what we would call rural inequality. You see, there's about 7,000 people live there in Golden Valley, in an area that's probably about the size of Scottsdale, Mesa. There's only 7,000 people there, just tons of open area. And so there's hardly any stores. There's not a grocery store in sight. There's a couple of convenience stores, like there's a Maverick Market. There's a couple of Family Dollars. And that's what the people have for their food choices. It's kind of like it's a food desert if you're talking about, fresh produce or something like that. When it comes to arts and entertainment, well, I think there's a video game in one of those gas stations, but that's about what we've got. When people pay into the system, they pay to operate the whole system, but basically the money goes to the big cities. It goes to the metro areas. So you end up with people in the rural areas who have this lack of infrastructure, and so their life does decline. As I was telling Jim yesterday, people in rural areas have higher rates of poverty, higher rates of mental illness, drug and alcohol abuse, greater incidences of reported sexual abuse, divorces, and kind of interestingly enough, suicides. When you can't get mental services, you can't get a reason to fight against your suicide. So I'd like to see that we have some greater quality of infrastructure in rural areas. There's everything from roads to mental health could be improved if we actually respected all Americans, including those of us who live in the country. I'm Mikel Weisser, and I approve this message.